Hello and welcome to training video 1 in our training on building an engaged community that benefits your business. So in this training, we're going to look at why communities are becoming so popular. We're hearing about them everywhere. Everyone seems to be talking about them. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors around them in terms of what works, what doesn't work. Lots of people are doing them really badly and lots of people are doing them really well. We're going to look at the member benefits of joining a community, why it works for the member, and then we're going to look at the business benefits of you building a community. And I wanted to start with a little quote, and I think it's apt right now. Alone we can do so little, and together we can do so much. And that's Helen Keller. And I want to talk to you about my experience of both building and joining a community. I started the Mompreneur Revolution when Ultan was this age. That's Ultan in that photo. He was 2.5 weeks old. I very much knew that I wanted to get out and meet people, that I wanted to make more friends, that I wanted to grow a business while Ultan was young, and that I wanted to spend more time with him. So I was sowing the seeds when he was a baby so that I could benefit from it now as I do when he's that bit older. And I very much felt that I was so lucky because the members that have joined our community have now become friends. So I am so committed to the benefits, and I am living proof about why communities are so popular right now. And first of all is that modern technology supports online community building. I struggled in the beginning with having Ultan to breastfeed, so I was always one-handed. I spent like 6 months one-handed. He would only nap in my arm. So I built my community one-handed. Now, bearing in mind, Ultan is only 15 months when we are invited to Facebook, you know? So modern technology is amazing. We have online support forums, we have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, all of these amazing apps out there. Everything is in our hand that enables us to build an amazing online community. Communities are also in line with the rise of tribalism. People want to feel a part, people want to feel connected, and it doesn't just need to be geography that binds people together. With our phone, with online technology and all of the platforms like Facebook and Instagram, we can connect with people all over the world who are just like us. That's something I did continuously in the early days of being a mum. When I couldn't breastfeed and I was having problems and Ultan's latch would change overnight, I would go online in the middle of the night, go into these online communities and ask for advice from other mums just like me. You know, Ultan's got a cold, he's not breathing properly when he's breastfeeding, so it's really bad. I am in absolutely agony. Can you give me any advice? And within 5-10 minutes, I would get loads of people giving me advice, and I felt amazing and I felt part of something bigger. And that's what people want. With the rise of tribalism, people want to find their tribe. They want to find other people just like them. Communities are great for niche businesses because niche businesses often have a tribe because they're deliberately appealing to a niche segment of the population. And it enables people to feel like an individual. And all of these reasons why communities are becoming so popular also tie in with how marketing works in today's world. We live in a world where it's all about pull marketing. We bring people along. We create content that adds value, that engages with them, that entertains them, that cheers up their day. And we bring people with our brand, we bring people with our business, so we guide them along any customer journey as opposed to shoving our business down their throats and constantly broadcasting what we're about. So communities are becoming so popular because they suit a need that we have right now, this need to feel part of something bigger, this need to belong. And they adapt to modern technology. They're perfectly suited to modern technology and they're perfectly suited to modern marketing. But don't just take my word for it. Take Harvard Business Review's word for it. They state that communities fulfill a fundamental need in members. Okay? It is life-changing for members by providing affiliation and belonging. So you can see the diagram there on the right, and 1, 2, third from bottom in the life-changing element, you can see their affiliation and belonging. That is where communities fit in. That is where community fits in life right now. And you'll notice that this mirrors Maslow's hierarchy of needs. So it's basically a hierarchy that we experience in our life right now. And what a good community provides to members, it provides acceptance, it provides appreciation, belonging, companionships, and esteem. And these are massive intrinsic benefits. These aren't things that we can buy. These aren't things that we can pay for. There aren't things that people will give to us. These are things that we feel. These are things that your customers are going to feel, all by joining the right community. And when I think back to those days where I was crying in the middle of the night and really struggling to breastfeed, and I would go online, I felt like people accepted the situation I was in. They appreciated how hard I was working, that it was just a really difficult time. But you know that as mums, in business, and I felt like I belonged. So I got all of these benefits by joining these online communities, and it was absolutely incredible. So I want you to think of the communities that you are a member of, right now, be that on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, any email communities that you're a member of, and write out, why do you love them so much? What are you getting from these communities? How do they accept you for who you are? How do they show appreciation? How do they make you feel like you belong? How do they encourage you to have friends? And how do they raise your esteem? Because that's what you're looking to create. And you can only create it once you're aware of it. When building your community, you should work hard to ensure that members form strong relationships between each other and encourage the friendships and social support that are offered. This is fantastic news for you because it removes the pressure that everything in the community is about you. It removes the pressure that you have to be the center of everything. And what actually happens is this beautiful thing develops where you let your members become friends. Now, why should you do this? Because you know this is going to take work. You know this is going to take time, and you know this is going to take effort. So what are the business benefits of you doing this? Well, first of all, you're going to build your brand. First of all, you are going to grow an amazing brand that clearly demonstrates that it puts its customers at the center of what it does. Second of all, you can generate sales and repeat sales through customer advocacy. Now, it's important to stress that selling is one of the byproducts of an engaged community. It's one of the benefits. It's not the only benefit, and it shouldn't be the only thing that you strive for. It can help you increase customer retention. People stay longer. If you buy a product from someone and you're left with a question, and you can go onto an online community and ask a question about that product or service, and it's answered both by, your peers and the company itself, you feel amazing and you're like, oh my God, I got an answer to my question straight away. I'm going to stay with them for longer. And that helps reduce costs in businesses. There's so many online forums and online communities where people go on and they ask questions for Apple, for PlayStation, for so many businesses where people go online and they ask questions in their forum and they get an answer straight away, and it reduces the costs in the business. It's amazing for market research. You can find out what matters to your customers, what they like, what they don't like, what's important to them. You can test products or services before you launch them. You can find out what you're not offering that they would love to see. And oftentimes that's something you've never even thought about. You can reduce your marketing costs because you've got customers already waiting for you to release your next product or service. And for many open communities, there are long-term SEO benefits. If you Google things like problem with my PS4 or problem with an Apple iPhone, oftentimes very early on Google, what's coming up is the online communities that support those companies providing tips and advice. So there we have it. There are so many benefits to building a community, not just for you, but for the community members themselves. So let's get started and move on to future training in helping you decide on the right community for you and start creating it. Thank you very much.